All right, so this video was so hyped. It's not a wipe down. We have a live studio audience here gonna watch us drink this Hibiki Harmony because it was so hyped up in the wipe down.
I'm telling you, man, it's the best thing ever.
Oh, he's got the box.
Fucking the colors amber, rose, lychee, hint of rosemary, mature woodiness, scandalwood.
Oh, it's when you smell it. Actually, the box actually lets us know how it smells.
And then what is this? Fucking palettes?
Yeah, that's what it tastes like.
Honey-like sweetness.
Okay.
Candied orange peel, white chocolate.
Okay.
And the finish is subtle, tender long finish with a hint of Mizunara, Japanese oak.
Okay, so when we did the Johnny Walker Black, it would have been color light brown. Nose would have been like sweet honey. Palate would have been like smooth, woody taste, and then finish would have been that deep smoke meat taste.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. So it's showing you what it tastes like. That's cool. I didn't know boxes did that.
Yeah, dude. Just look how artistic this box is. The thing with Japanese, man, they're always so like artistic with their creation and stuff.
Right.
Man, you got the little gold fucking text. Just hear that box, dude. It just looks amazing. All right, just get. Look at that.
Oh, that is nice.
Smell that.
That does smell really sweet, yes.
And it's pretty fucking smooth. I dare say it's smooth as Jameson. Even smoother.
Oh, man.
Gonna pour me a shot. You do the honors. I mean, look at the bottle. It's just so...
This is very nice. It has the ridges and everything. Very nice label. Textured as well. With the gold lettering, just like the box.
I bought this for $160. I'd say it's well worth it. But thanks to you, you showed me that one place I can get it a lot cheaper.
Yes, very much so. So we both have Akon glasses. I have Akon 29 in Fort Worth, and yours isn't branded, but that's actually Akon 30, the last one.
Normally I say salud, but in the honor of Japanese, we'll say kanbai.
Kanbai. Yeah. Oishii desu.
Oh, oishii! Oh, dude, this is so fucking good.
That is very, very, very nice. And I didn't even have a chaser for that. That is amazing.
I have to say, this is like my officially #1 whiskey over Texas Crown.
Yeah, well, Texas Crown is the everyday drinker. This is like a special occasion.
Oh, absolutely, because this is not cheap. Wow, Texas Crown is like, what, $40?
Yeah, it's like $34.
Oh, yeah, so.
That is nice.
So, let's talk about the cons, or the lack thereof, this year.
I was fortunate enough to be able to go to My Hero Con in Dallas. So there was a Dallas one, and then there was going to be a Florida one too. So it's kind of a traveling con where the My Hero crew goes from state to state and city to city. But it was pretty nice. A little expensive, but when you get a very specific con like that, they know people are going to bring large items to get autographed. I was able to get my Dr. Stone print finished, so I was able to get 2 autographs on that. And then also I was able to get my Hero print finished from Rico. So I got a print from Rico a con earlier. I was able to get the other 2 of the big 3. And then at Anime Dallas, I got the Dr. Stone print from Brittany. And then I was able to get the other 2 prints because Rico and I think his name is like Dustin, which is one of the other big 3, was also there, and they're part of the Dr. Stone. So that's where the price comes from. But besides that, I haven't been able to go to any cons. Vic has been going to a lot of cons in Florida, in Georgia, and places like that since about May.
Really?
Yes.
Damn, I didn't know about that. Now I'm following Vic on Twitter too.
I thought about going, but with my brand new job, I didn't want to request any weekends off that early on.
Unfortunately, I didn't really go to any cons. I think Anime Matsuri had like a virtual con. No, I think that's a con. 102. I'm misremembering it.
There was Funimation Con. I'm sure that was great. I'm sure everybody had a fun time.
I think Rooster Teeth trying to. I might be wrong, but
RTX.
Oh yeah, RTX.
Yeah.
Did that cancel, or is it still going on?
I have no idea. So Anime Matsuri did not just a virtual con, they have just done virtual videos like every month. So every month they do a live stream that anybody can watch. They do a public Zoom call that's like limited, and then they do a Zoom call only for their Super Pass holders.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've signed up for those, and then I always forget about them and never show up.
Wow.
I'm sure they're not that interesting. I've watched some of the live streams. They're okay. I just like that I have 2 Super Passes now for the next 2 years.
I kind of regret not, jumping on that. If I knew I was going to do 2 years.
Yeah. Well, at least like next year you should go and get a super pass. We can go. And you get to see your Lexington waifu and everything.
Yeah, you're right.
So Anime Dallas is happening. That's going to be interesting. That is going to be the first COVID con I'm going to, because it's still going to be 2020, just barely, December, within the midst of coronavirus. So we're going to see how that fares. I'm very curious to see a COVID con.
I may or may not go, depending if Monica Rial is going to go. That way I can have my 10th anniversary of Neptunia signed.
Cut.
Boy.
Cut. Sorry.
Don't give me COVID at this point.
Yeah, I got that corona.
Yeah, I probably had it too earlier this year.
Yeah, I think I had it in like March, very early on.
Like around February, because doctors didn't know what I had. They just said, too bad, suck, you got to write it out.
Yeah.
And it was the worst thing I've ever felt. So.
And then you were a super spreader.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's what my uncle was talking about, because during the very early parts of lockdown, I got very sick. But it kind of went away in like 4 or 5 days. My ex got the same thing. And I was calling him and I was like, hey, we could have had COVID, because that's before they really knew exactly how bad it was and what was going on. Because even during the lockdown, this would have only been like 70 cases in Texas. And he talked about, yeah, in early March, right before lockdown, when there was like 7 cases in Texas, he got like the flu, what he thought was the flu. He could have had COVID.
It's possible.
Yeah, he ended up dying later for other things of the year. So rest in peace, Uncle Steve.
Damn.
But yeah, it's just interesting, because unless you go take that antibodies test, which nobody wants to pay for, you're not going to know if you actually had it or not. Our live studio audience pitching in.
Sorry, I was good.
What do you want your name to be? So we all have really dumb names. Do you have like a dumb name?
No,
Princess Unicorn.
Okay, yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. So Princess Unicorn is our live studio audience. Yeah, drinking out of these Akon shot glasses, it makes me so sad that we had to miss so many good cons during this pandemic.
Actually, Akon had so much promise this year.
Yeah.
Compared to last year.
Definitely.
I'm so disappointed that we had to fucking cancel because of COVID.
Yeah, and RimsCon and Anime Matsuri I was hoping for, because they were so much later in the year.
Actually, I was going to go to RimsCon because of Lexington.
I was going to go to RimsCon just to go to a con. I've just been waiting for somebody to, yes, we're going to do this. I find it funny that Anime Dallas is saying yes, but they did say that they'll pull the plug if there's any problems. But honestly, the problem that I have is all the other businesses are open, but people are still shunning any sport event, any convention. But I'm like, SeaWorld's open. You know, you can go to some amusement parks.
X-Mart.
There's more people in
X-Mart.
You're more likely to bump into somebody. They're closer, compact than most conventions. Like some of the smaller anime cons we go to have less people than
X-Mart.
And I know that you still work
at X-Mart.
Yes, I can vouch for you.
I now work at
X-Mart,
but I don't work for
X-Mart.
I'm a vendor.
Yeah,
X-Mart's
my second job. Like I like to have some money for myself for the cons.
Yeah.
And yes, I can 100% confirm these people do not practice social distancing at all. Like they don't even wear the mask right. You know, they just put them in their mouth. They don't cover the mouth.
Oh, I have plenty of people that come into
my X-Mart
and they just don't wear a mask at all because they don't enforce it anymore.
Yeah. So it's like, why not just let the cons be open? Like it's
honestly,
worse. It's worse than
X-Mart.
Well, especially the small cons. But the reason why they don't want the small cons to open is because since it's the only con that's going to be going, they don't want a lot of people coming. Like the CowCon and the cons in Orlando were really small cons. But when they got people like Vic and John Swayze and the voice of Cell, when they booked those people that were only doing it because no other cons were going on, they started growing massive crowds.
Yeah, I can see that.
And actually, Vic was doing private signings at some cons outside of the cons because the con was afraid of going over the cap.
Yeah, speaking of which, I think you said Anime Dallas is doing like a 50% cap?
Yes, 50% compared to last year. So the first year was 2,000. The next year was 4,000, and then they're going to do a 50% cap of last year, so it's going to be 2,000 cap.
Honestly, look, didn't think there's that many people since it's like when the airports.
Yeah, well, you gotta realize that it was all the days because some of the people only went certain days. Because I think kids getting free Sunday, and then Saturday was pretty busy, and then the other days they're not. But a lot of people bought them at the door, so that's why the tickets are still available. I kind of have mixed feelings. I know on one hand people are going to say no. I don't want to go to a con to risk like COVID and stuff.
Right.
But on the other hand, a lot of people are going to be like, this is the only con I can go to. And it's been 9, 10, 12 months since I've been to a con.
Right.
I'm going to go. But I guess at the end of the day, Hibiki Harmony's great. And
Absolutely.
Thanks for sharing it with me.
Oh, my pleasure, man.
We'll have to get something really good to top this in the next wipe down.
Stop calling me that.
You're stuck in me, Sky.
What did you just call me? Don't get snippy with me, little one. You know, I don't even think you're old enough to be a Padawan.
Well, maybe I'm not. But
You have such a thick cock, Master.